It was Villa versus Spurs. It was
David versus Goliath.
What's David versus Goliath?
Who's David?
You meant this?
Who's David?
Villa or David?
I'm just trying to run narratives.
Villa or David?
Villa or David?
I think that's what he's trying to insinuate.
Goliath, what are you talking about?
Oh no, Villa or Goliath.
Champions.
Yeah, and you're David.
Champions League. Come on,
You
man.
lot are David. What, Kulusevski slingshot?
We ain't even got that no more, bruv. This was hell week, basically.
2 trophies,
This
Fuad.
was the all season long I've been saying, yo, Ange is clinging on to his job by the cups. He's hanging on for dear life because that league form, 13 losses in 23. Don't know how much longer this can go on, brother. And then this week, the elimination of Liverpool, I think one of the most embarrassing performances, honestly, in that second half. It was absolutely disgusting. And listen, you understand, Liverpool the better team. Anfield, it is what it is, but fair enough. You got
4 was
that
excessive, don't it?
4 was a little bit excessive. And it's even worse when, I'm there half-time jokingly tweeting, hey, guys, it's not 4-0 at least, It's 1-1. They said, hold on just there, my brother. Akhi, take a seat. We'll be with you. And then today, obviously, you're thinking coming into this, Aston Villa, we've beaten them twice, funny enough. Last 2 times we played them, but they should be the better side. And the funny thing is nobody can be surprised by this result. The fact that we conceded 2 minutes in, I don't even think anybody's surprised by that. Kinski, I don't know what is going through his mind.
Is he on the loan or is he on the loan or is he permanent?
He's permanent. He's a permanent.
Oh,
He's a permanent
he
signing.
finessed the perm. Oh, I thought he was
He
the loan.
gave us that one debut and said,
Ah.
hey, now watch me.
He's awful.
Brother,
Is it a Spurs thing?
This was a tough watch, man. Don't do that. Is it
No,
an
'cause he's
underbelly Spurs thing?
Yeah.
It ain't underbelly, bro.
Because like his first game, he looked alright.
And
then
then
Kinski,
the disease will eventually
Man, like
take
kinky,
over
bruv.
and default settings will restore. And unfortunately, brother, this has almost been it's been coming all season.
Should we
And
tap
I
the
think
ball by the
every
horns?
Spurs fan has been holding on to a prayer, just thinking one of the cups, please. We hope this is the reason for our lackluster league form because we're going to go on one of these magical cup runs. And then this week we just got nicely reminded, you're not levels. You're nowhere near a cup. You have a long way to go. And Mr. Postecoglou, this may be your final week.
You said it. Let's attack the ball by the horns. I think the thing is, a few weeks ago we highlighted the episode we went here that this week would be make or break because you've got consecutive games where you could be out of both cups. Of course, would it be fair to say that top 4 is beyond?
Hey!
Man said top 4.
Hey!
Man said top 4.
Okay,
This guy's trolling right now. This guy said top 4.
Europa is Europa.
Europa's done.
Europa's done.
Europe is
So
done.
your season is hinging on the Europa League now. Do you have any faith that Mr. Ange can fulfill his promise?
Hell no! Hell no!
Oh, you want Europa?
Listen.
Europa run?
Listen, Europa could save the entire season. Silverware, European trophy, Champions League qualification. Bro, it could turn the whole season
Are you
around.
going to do it?
Hell no.
Do you know what the most
I'm telling
Spursy
you
thing
now.
would be? The most Spursy thing would be getting to the final.
This squad doesn't have the quality in attack. This squad doesn't have the capability in defense. This squad cannot control a game in midfield. And this manager cannot tactically get us out of any holes when our backs are against the wall. Looking at all the 4 of those things, I have zero faith in this squad in the Europa League. And we got Galatasaray next round.
Have you?
Yeah, potentially. It's either them or final PSV, I think. One of the Dutch
Gala
teams.
would be tough, though.
Hey, going over there.
What, Osh?
See you later, mate. You know we already went there in the group stage.
Yeah, Osh. Didn't
You
Osh
see what they
don't-
did to us?
Oh, no, group stage.
Was it 3-1?
Oh,
Was it
damn.
3-1?
Licks.
Was it 3-1?
Licks.
Damn. Oh, don't worry. Listen, leave it to us. Leave it to us. We'll take care of Europa for you, mate. Don't worry about that.
See,
mate.
this is what
See,
this
this is the thing. Look,
these
he's got-
despicable
don't worry
creatures.
about that.
Yeah,
We'll look after it for
jamming
you.
offside wins. Yeah, and this is how they start acting.
You gotta take him. You gotta take him. Firstly, why is there no
make me sick.
VAR in the
You
FA
make
Cup
me
right now?
sick.
Wait, why is that a thing? Why is there VAR after in the 5th round, but there's no VAR in the 4th round?
Do you want to know the honest
They're
truth?
trying to
of that?
save money.
No, I don't even think so.
What
You're not
is
on the
it?
truth.
They want all the small teams that don't have VAR to get packed out, innit? Their stadium can't
No, I
get
can't-
VAR.
that's what
Oh
it
my
is.
God.
So
That's
they get-
mad.
They ain't fitting no equipment in that.
Yeah,
dusty
yeah.
little
It's
shanty
mad.
stadium.
What I want to ask you is, I think whenever there's a situation where a team like Spurs are playing Villa, it's always interesting for me because I think Villa fans probably feel like they're in the ascendancy. If you
Yep.
look at how their fans spoke about after their window, the players they got in, what they're trying to do, Emery, they very much see themselves as coming to the forefront. Whereas with Spurs, it's kind of like you guys have been flirting with this position you're in now.
Falling away.
When you look at Villa, do you envy where they are in their process? Because before we came onto the episode, you were saying that we could see a situation where Newcastle and Villa win trophies this year, and it's a slap in the face of Spurs.
100%, because those are two clubs in the past 2.5 years, you would say, they've been building their club the right way. They've got a manager in, they've backed that manager, they've given him players, he's developed an ideology, players that have bought in, they're playing a specific style to play. They can be both hard to break down and they can play on the front foot when they need to. They've found that kind of balance. And essentially Newcastle, what is it now? 2 cup finals in 3 years, 2 Carabao finals. Spurs want to be that. Aston Villa now, doing well basically in the league year on year, qualifying in the cups, and
Champions
if they hypothetically go on to win the FA Cup, I don't think anybody would be mad at it. And you look at it now, what is it? Chelsea's out, Spurs are out, Arsenal are out, Liverpool are out. If Villa are in a strong position to go on and win this now, and
Guess
if they
who
did,
else?
you would look at their project. Stop trying to make it all about you, yeah? I don't care about your dusty little devil club, yeah? Let's talk about some serious institutions. Listen, with Villa, I don't think anyone would begrudge them. And you ask any Spurs fan, that's how we always kind of wanted to be. Going on these deep cup runs, being a competitive team competing for these Champions League spots. And we were that for a number of years. We've slowly been crumbling away, whether that's Son and Kane papering over the cracks, whether that's getting in big name managers to, we're building a project of win now. And then you bring a guy in now who is meant to be a project manager. You've kind of half-bakedly backed. The squad is completely falling out of its arse. And let's be honest, we all know he's a dead man walking. I feel like the board are just clinging on to him now for almost like a shield, because they know that as soon as they get rid of him, all the attention turns to them and how they've run this club over the past couple of years. Because what you just said there, Villa and Newcastle have come into the picture over the past 2-3 years and completely eclipsed us. They would not want to swap situations with us now. You asked any player who is moving potentially this summer, would you go to Tottenham Hotspurs or would you go to Newcastle or Aston Villa? 9 times out of 10, they're picking those two. And that just says it all.
What I find really interesting as well is, from a Spurs perspective, you mentioned about how the board move. It almost feels like the Spurs board give the fans something a little bit, and it's always a tiny little thing. It's never a taster. So, for instance, the signing of Matthias Tell, it's someone that a few teams could have probably done with, and it's one of those signings. It feels like we're gonna do this, so they don't say that we didn't try and get anyone in the
100%.
window. But
Good finish, though.
But great finish for him.
Class finish. Class
We left
Amazing
us up.
finish. And it's like, you left it, but it's like we've done this just for no reason really, because we're not going to really back the team to change their season.
If we were a serious institution, that signing would have been done first week of the window, because you knew that position needed to be addressed. And that's the frustration with a lot of that window. Even Danso coming in. Danso could have came in 4 weeks earlier. You knew that centre-back position needed to be addressed. You've been playing Archie Gray and Ben Davis. For fuck's sake, how much more do you need? So it's the lack of reaction. It's almost like it's not proactive.